Thanks for watching. This is Amelia Newcomb. So today I want to talk about the German term of looseness or letting-go-ness. I'm going to write the term right here, but I don't want to try to pronounce it because I know I have some viewers in Germany and I'm sure I will butcher the pronunciation. But this concept of looseness or letting-go-ness is both physical and mental, that the horse is relaxed and loose in their muscles and also relaxed in their mind. And this is really important that you achieve this in your warm-up. So the biggest goal for the warm-up is to achieve not only the physical looseness and letting-go-ness, but also the mental focus and relaxation and willingness from your horse. These two things are intertwined, physical and mental, because if your horse mentally isn't relaxed, you won't be able to get their muscles in their body relax. Likewise, if their body isn't relaxed, it's hard to get them to relax and focus with you mentally. So it's kind of like the chicken and the egg and going back and forth by trying to get them mentally relaxing and letting go, and then that'll help their muscles relax. And also if you get their muscles to relax, that's going to help them mentally relax. So I found a great little segment about this in the Principles of Riding, which is I'm sure you guys have heard of the German National Handbook. Like, everyone talks about it. I really would recommend you all read it. Here it is. Let me see if I can. The Principles of Riding, and that's by the German National Equestrian Federation. So let me find that little excerpt here where they talk about the looseness. Here are the exercises that this handbook recommends for achieving this in the warm-up. And of course, you know, every horse is different. Every horse varies. Some horses, it takes longer to get them to relax and let go, especially the young horses. Sometimes that's all you work on is letting-go-ness. And then with the older horses, you know, it's something that you have to be flexible about. Some days may take longer than others. If you're at the show or if the weather's changed or something, it varies. So here's what they say. Depending on the stage of training of rider and horse, the following exercises can be used for loosening the horse and riding it in. Walk on a loose or a long rein. That's the first thing. So, you know, always at the beginning of the ride, I try and walk my horse at least 10 to 15 minutes on a longer loose rein. You know, if it's not safe, then you can, you know, obviously have a little contact, but just letting them look at everything, get their muscles warmed up, that's super important. Then rising trot on large diameter curved tracks. So like big curved circles at the beginning is good. Sometimes just going straight gives your horse too much leeway to kind of just like get too fast or stiff. The bending lines help start working on the bend. Canter work on a large diameter curved tracks, possibly using the forward seat. So again, big forward canter. Always warm your horse up in working gaits, even if you have even if your horse knows the collected work. Always you want to warm up in working gaits. And they talk about the forward seat. So sometimes I do this too, like a little half seat, let your horse play a little bit, get their back warmed up. That's really important, just getting your horse to feel like they're okay to go forward before you start trying to control everything. And this will really help with that mental relaxation too. Transitions from trot to canter and canter to trot. So this is a big one. I think I'll try and link below. I have a few videos on this, but a great suppling and throughness exercise in the warm-up is trot, canter, trot transitions. These transitions are harder than they seem to execute correctly, and they really test if your horse is loose and letting go. They're also important to practice for all of your competitions. Even at the Grand Prix, you have a canter trot transition, which causes people a lot of problems. After your pirouettes, you have to turn the corner and then you have to trot. And often horses will not be loose and they'll just collect the canter and they won't be able to get to the trot. So this is an important exercise to practice every day in your warm-up phase. Another one, leg yielding and turns on the forehand. So here we start talking about lateral stuff. Like anytime you move your horse sideways, it helps loosen up their back. So leg yielding, turn on the forehand, anything where they have to cross their hind legs is going to get them to loosen their back laterally, and then they'll be able to step when they go straight more forward and bigger forward. So leg yield and turn on the forehand is a great exercise for your warm-up. The next thing they recommend is serpentine. So single shallow loop serpentine loops and serpentines across the whole width of the arena. So changing direction, getting your horse bending left and right, that's another great warm-up. And then the last thing they recommend is lengthening the trot and canter stride. So again, like trying to get your horse to take a bigger trot or canter stride is another way to get their back to loosen up. So these are just some exercises to keep in mind that can be useful for your warm-up. And again, you know, every horse is different. It takes different amount of time. Some days it may take longer for your horse mentally. Some days it may take longer physically. It seems to me the younger horses, it takes longer to get them mentally with you. And the older horses, it takes longer to get them physically loose. So just think about this term of looseness and letting go-ness as you're riding over the next few days. And it's something that you want to maintain throughout the ride. So throughout your whole session, you should have this idea that your horse is loose and letting go. And I think it really, that's part of the key to being able to train your horse up the levels, keep them sound and happy and healthy. So I hope you guys all enjoy this. Let me know what your favorite exercises are for warm-up, what you found works best with your horse. I'd love to hear if you guys have other ideas, things you like to do to help your horse in the warm-up. All right, thanks so much, and hope you guys are having a great week. Have fun riding. All the best, Amelia.